The Change Management Foundation and Practitioner. It's an intense course of 4 days of training, and then tomorrow morning on the 5th day we'll take the practitioner exam. So I've got a few people from the course this week who are prepared to share their thoughts. So any of you who want to reflect on, is this the right course for me? You can listen to people who've been on the course. So I'm going to turn to Emily first. Go on then, Emily.
I think there is a lot to cover in the course, and it's all very theory and academic based, but I think that Melanie's style and lots of real world examples and your energy really kind of brought it to life, because I think had we been left with a PowerPoint slides or just an online kind of module PDF to read, I'm not sure it would have sank in for my recollection. I'm not sure I would have been able to go and apply that then in the real world. And I'm just not sure it would have been anywhere near as rich.
Oh, excellent. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I think there is a lot to cover, and my job is to link it all together and try to make it as much as I possibly can. Sophie, what about you?
I think my main takeaway is I came to this course with a project in mind that I'm currently working on. And from doing the pre-reading and from benefiting from your experience throughout the course, I can definitely see mistakes that have been made in the project in the past. Before I was the project manager, I'll hasten to add, not that that's necessarily relevant to your feedback, but what I can also see is some stuff we can do to try and course correct it even at this fairly late date in the project. So I can already see, like, literally Monday morning, I'm going to grab the technical lead for my project and start to talk to him about some of this stuff and how we can try and improve our comms. And I guess what I'm also thinking is the business case for the next phase of the project, which should be done by someone else while I'm on maternity leave. I'm already thinking there needs to be a change section in that business case, and I will know how to write it now, which is great, because I had to try and make it up the business case for phase 3 because I didn't know what I was doing when I wrote that section. So there's really some really strong real world application for me. It is a very full-on course. I would definitely agree with that. It's a lot to take in, and I suppose it's only 4 days, isn't it? Because we're doing the exam first thing tomorrow, but very worthwhile. And yeah, thank you very much.
I'm delighted with the idea that you're going to go and put that in the business case, because I've always talked about naive business cases where I get details of the tangible changes that the project's going to create and how much money that costs and when that's going to go live. But actually all of the behavioural change and leading people through that shift to new ways of working isn't reflected in the business case. The time required, the effort required isn't there. And therefore the business case is very naive. And of course, we're not going to get those benefits on day one when we go live. So I'm absolutely delighted when you've said that. That's made my day. Sharon, what about you?
So I came onto this course because after about 13 years of working in various change programs, I felt like I had some of the experience, but not really the theoretical knowledge to back it up. And so I came on this course hoping to come away with that theoretical grounding for the work that I've been doing and that I'll continue to do. And I'm glad to say that I've got that. I now know the technical change terms for a lot of the stuff that we do, whether we do them right or wrong, but at least I understand how it should look, how it should feel, how we should navigate our changes in reality based on kind of the theoretical understanding. So I'm very pleased to have come onto this course. I agree it's very full on. I think last week when I came back from leave and realized that I was now going to be missing out on PI planning on my program, I wanted to just try and do both at the same time, but you really need to focus on this course to get the benefit out of it. And I'm glad I managed to sort of take your advice, Melanie, and just tell everyone I'm away, I'm on training. Yeah. Don't contact me, I'm away, because you really do need to get your head down, focus on the content, do the pre-reading, do the revision in the evenings, and then it all pays off with the good exam results. So thank you for this time. Thank you for a wonderful week. It's been engaging. The content's come to life, and I appreciate all of the learnings I'm going to take forward into my project.
Thank you. Yeah, focus. You need the time to absorb it, don't you? You really do. What about you, Michelle?
Oh, that was super. So passionate, Sharon. So what I'd say is that the course is an incredibly deep dive into change management. And what you think you know when you come in, you go away realizing that actually you knew very little. And it's around terminology, network, applying it to various scenarios back in the office. And just with the diving analogy, Melanie, you're a great swimmer and you've taken us past the checkered flag, so thank you.
Absolute pleasure. I love that. Thank you very much. And you, Becky?
I would recommend the course. As others have said, you do have to put your whole heart and soul into it for the full time. The energy that you brought has really helped bring some of those theories to life for me, because without that and that one-to-one, that we've been doing, or this group session, they would have just been theories, but actually you sort of brought them off the page. I feel like I've got a depth of understanding in terms of how one approach doesn't always suit everybody with the different ways that people work. So I really would recommend this, but it does take some time, I think, now just to reflect and to think about how to utilize these in my work moving forward and my team's work moving forward.
Yeah, bit of processing time after the course to think about how you're going to apply it. Yeah, love that. And last word to you then, Fiona.
I'm trying to think of things that haven't already been said that might be useful. I think although it's very full on, it's created space for me to take a step back and look at some of the things going on around me much more holistically, rather than getting bogged down in the day-to-day detail and being reactive and being busy on however many different projects, and to think about things in a different way, and to actually take that space to do that thinking piece while we're kind of working through different examples and how it applies. And I think that, yeah, getting that, it gives you a bit of external perspective, it gives you a bit of stock taking to kind of think that through. And to, yeah, it did actually create thinking space in a very full-on course, which I wasn't expecting.
Excellent. Well, that's it. Yeah, I do like to mix things up. So a bit of individual work. So there is personal reflection, partnering you up, putting you into smaller groups, doing whole group work, plenty of opportunities to learn from each other, but also you do need that personal reflection time dotted in amongst the course. So I'm really glad that you found that useful. So thank you very much for all of you sharing your thoughts, because I'm sure those thinking about whether this course is the right one for them will benefit. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Melanie.